Hey, this is Rob from ChainsawGuitarTuition.net. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm kind of trying out different things at the moment, and if you like this video, click like, because that's what I'm judging it on. So let me know if you like this kind of idea. What we're going to do today, we're going to do a backing track. I've created a backing track and I'm going to talk about how to improvise along to it. If you've got any comments or suggestions as well for future backing tracks or things you'd like to know about the backing tracks, just to put them in the comment section. This backing track will be downloadable from my website, link will be below in the description there. Because if this is popular, it will continue, and if it's not, I won't continue doing them. Okay, so this track's in C major. I thought if I continue these, I'll do one in every key. I thought it'd be quite good, and then I'll include modes and stuff afterwards, so then you've got one for each key and one for all the modes, and then we start doing random scales and sort of more interesting things. This first chord progression actually pays tribute to one of my favourite composers, J.S. Bach, because he famously composed Das Wohltempierte Klavier in essentially a piece in each key. He was talking about sort of tuning for the keyboard, but we're going to do guitar solos. It's quite a happy key, a C major, so I've kind of made it try and sound as dirty as possible, kind of heavy as possible, so it's kind of like a slow, dirty kind of rock feel, sort of blues rock kind of feel, despite being in C major. So yeah, the chord progression is basically taken from the Bach piece, so it's the first prelude, in case you wanted to know. So we've got C, D minor over C, which is D minor 7, C, D minor 7, G7 over B, which is just G7 really, and then C. So we've got C, D minor 7, G7, C. That's the first section, right? That repeats twice. It's all safely in the key of C major, and it may sound like a simple kind of beginning because we've just got essentially straightforward C major chord chords for the key, straightforward, just C major. So you could just use C major scale, but then this scale has 7 notes, and unless you know what you're doing, this is quite good for runs. If you've got some ideas for runs and you know where you're ending the note, then yeah, going up and down the C major scale as I do in the example piece. Very good idea. But then if you're trying to play melodically, sometimes it's better to follow the chords. So I'll show you the bit where I'm following the chords, and then when I'm doing some runs in the example. Overall, for this first bit, I'd recommend using the A minor stroke C major pentatonic if you're not so familiar with the C major scale over the neck, because it's very good for like melodic stuff. But if you're not really comfortable with that, then definitely A minor pentatonic / C. Remember, you know where your C notes are on the neck if you can. Memorise where the C notes are, because those are your root notes. Because if you try and play a lick and go back to A over the C major section, it's not going to sound totally 100% right, so just watch out for that. The second section of this track, obviously repeats twice again, is a variation on the first section, but this time we start with an A minor over C, which is essentially A minor first inversion, just an A minor chord, and then we go D minor over C, so D minor 7, G7 over B, G7, and C. Right, each one of these chords is for 2 bars, so it doesn't pass too quickly. The A minor though gives you a much grittier kind of tone, and for the example solo I've gone into A minor pentatonic for this bit. It kind of gives it that kind of more grittier, rockier kind of feel. You probably notice, if you didn't already know, by the end of these, going through the different keys, that minor keys sound a lot more rock and metal than major keys. Major keys a lot of the time sound a bit too happy, and so in this example I've taken one of each section and just played through and showed you some of these ideas as I was talking about. The full backing track can be downloaded from my website if you want to have a go yourself, so the link to that will be just down below. And so here's the example solo. Okay, so link to the full lesson where you can download the backing track. I've also got a PDF file of just what's going on in the backing track, the guitar part to the backing track. I've kind of improvised a bit on the recording, but that's the basic chord progression. Link to that down below. And if you like this video, don't forget to click the like button, that's also down below, or subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And until then, I'll see you next time.